guys, it's Stock Curry, and the stock market is showing signs of bullishness. In today's video, I'm going to give you all the market news you need to know for Wednesday. I'm going to show you why the stock market is bullish, and I'm going to give you 3 stocks you might want to buy the dip on. So let's get into it! First, let me update you on the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Ukraine called up reservists as Russian troops entered the breakaway regions of Ukraine. So the Ukrainian war effort to fight Russia is ramping up. The United States also added additional sanctions that focused on specific Russian financial institutions and wealthy families. European nations also added sanctions against Russia on Tuesday. Germany responded by postponing the opening of a major natural gas pipeline that would provide natural gas to Germany from Russia. That increased fears that Russia would respond by withholding gas currently going into Europe. Oil prices initially rose on that news, but later retreated. All of this negative news caused the S&P 500 to fall into correction territory on Tuesday. But believe it or not, all of this bad news is actually good for the markets. That's because investors are now extremely bearish. So bearish, in fact, that historically, when investors become this bearish, it points to a bottom in the markets. And there are some fundamental reasons why the market might be near a bottom right now. All of the negative news coming out of Ukraine is making it less likely the Fed will raise interest rates significantly in March. And that will be a good thing for US stocks. As I said in yesterday's video, the Russia-Ukraine conflict really doesn't affect the United States that much. What actually affects US stocks right now are earnings and how much the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates. The CME futures are pricing in a 72% chance of a 0.25% rate hike in March, and only a 28% chance of a 0.5% rate hike in March. That is bullish for the stock market, because if the Fed only does a 0.25% rate hike in March, that small rate increase won't have much effect on loan rates, which will be good for stocks, especially high growth stocks such as those in the NASDAQ. It's also important to look at the 10-year Treasury to determine how the markets might perform. And over the past few days, we've seen the 10-year Treasury continue to fall. That is also good for stocks and will cause more upward pressure on the stock market in the short term, especially the NASDAQ. Now, I do want to be clear that while the markets appear to be bullish in the short term, they remain bearish in the long term. The 10-year and 2-year Treasury spread is getting closer to zero every day. Once it falls below zero, that means a recession is coming within the next year. So look for opportunities to make money in the short term, but don't get married to your stocks, because we're getting more and more signs every day that a recession is coming in 2023. Now, as I said yesterday, I thought Tuesday might be a short-term bottom in the markets. And that's because after all of the negative news that came out Monday, I just didn't see any more negative news coming out that could cause the markets to go down any lower than they did on Tuesday. I also had a technical $426 bottom price target on SPY, which is an S&P 500 ETF. And you can see that on this orange line here. So because I felt like today would be a short-term bottom on the markets, we sold the SPY put that I bought last week for a 30% profit, and I alerted on that in the Discord. Then, after SPY hit my $426 price target and rebounded, we purchased an SPY call option. We're currently up about 20% on that option. People in the Discord followed along with those plays and made money with us. MN Crawley made a quick 30% on the SPY call by doing a day trade on it. You can make this kind of money also. I know you can do it. So if you want to get in on these plays and know what trades we're making before we even place the orders, sign up for the Stock Curry VIP Club, where I post all of my trade alerts before the orders are filled, and in some cases before I even place the order. You can sign up at stockcurry.vip/coaching, and right now I have a discount available, so you can get 20% off the regular price if you sign up now. All right, let's get into 3 stocks that you might want to consider buying the dip on. All right, before I get into these 3 stocks, I want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any asset. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. So please do your own research before investing. All right, the first stock we're going to talk about is PYPL. This is PayPal. They're a fintech company with a focus on online payments. PYPL has been falling ever since they reported earnings a few weeks ago. PYPL is now near a technical bottom. PYPL is about to reach a strong support level at $95. The RSI is also down to 20, which is extremely oversold. And the MACD is about to form a golden cross, which is bullish. Fundamentally, the forward PE ratio is down to 22, which is quite low for a company with an average 24% year-over-year earnings growth. Now, granted, the short-term fundamentals are bad with earnings dropping, but at this point, I think that is priced in and PYPL is oversold. I like PYPL for a short-term rebound back to $125. I think this would make a good play for a short-term bullish position, such as buying the stock for a short 20% profit, buying a short-term call option, or selling a short-term credit bull put spread. And next up is SoFi. This is SoFi, and they're an online fintech startup. SoFi fell over 9% on Tuesday after announcing they were acquiring a cloud-based banking platform in an all-stock deal. That will significantly dilute shareholder value as $1.1 billion worth of SoFi stock are added to the open market. SoFi closed Tuesday near its SPAC price of $10, although the stock did recover nearly 5% after hours. SoFi remains bearish on the technicals, but in the very short term, it does have a history of rising back up to the 21-day EMA before continuing lower. So there's a chance that SoFi might rise back up to around $12 before continuing its fall downward. There is certainly an opportunity to make money here with either a day trade or a short-term swing trade. And the last stock we're going to talk about is TSLA. This is Tesla, and they're an American EV manufacturer. TSLA remains 100% bearish on the technicals. On both the daily chart and the 1-hour chart, TSLA is completely bearish. That said, the technicals are pointing towards a bottom soon. The $782 level has been a strong support and resistance level going back to March of last year. And TSLA came close to hitting that $782 level on Tuesday, having bottomed out at $801. The $782 support level is further supported by the 300-day EMA, which closed at $781 on Tuesday. So technically, it looks like TSLA will fall down to $782 before bottoming out. Keep in mind that this will most likely happen intraday, and TSLA will probably only fall down to that price for a short time before immediately rebounding. Fundamentally, Tesla overcame a point of concern by settling with the EPA for a very small $250,000 fine. Now that that issue is out of the way, TSLA should be free to start going back up. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what stocks you're buying the dip on. And if you want to get 3 free stocks worth up to $3,300, Weeble's promotion expires in just a few short days. You can sign up for Weeble using my link in the description below, and when you fund your account with any amount, even $1, Weeble's going to send you 3 free stocks worth up to $3,300. Now, if you're not a US resident or if you're looking to trade OTC penny stocks, you can sign up for Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is a highly discounted trading platform. Trades start at just $1 US, $1 Canadian dollar, 4 euros, or 6 Australian dollars, depending upon where you live. And both Webull and Interactive Brokers both offer the full pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, I do want to remind you that I have material connections with both of those, so whenever you sign up for either one, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to continue to produce these great videos for you. Now, finally, I want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you can get notified when I release my next video. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.